Hello students, welcome in the next lecture of numerical techniques. Okay, so today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 3, numerical integration. Okay, so in the previous chapter we will discuss the interpolation formula, that is we interpolate the given function y is equal to f of x on the given closed interval. Okay, so in this chapter we have to find the value of definite integral by using numerical formula. Okay, so first we want to derive the numerical formula, that is to obtain the numerical integration formula for finding the definite integral on the closed interval x0 to xn. Okay, so for that we have to first obtain the general quadrature formula, and using this general quadrature formula we want to obtain the numerical integration formula. Okay, so in the chapter we have to discuss how to find the definite integral by using the set of data points. If we have to given the set of data points x0, y0, x1, y1 up to xn, yn, that is n plus 1 pair of values for the function y is equal to f of x. Here we have to not given the value of f of x explicitly, then from using that given data points we want to find the value of definite integral, and also we find the function, that is f of x. Okay, so first to derive the general quadrature formula. Okay, and here the process of finding the definite integral is called the numerical integration by using the numerical formula. Okay, so first the general quadrature formula we have to given set of data points such as x0, y0, comma x1, y1 up to xn, comma y for the function y is equal to f of x on interval close interval x0, comma xn. Okay, then we want to find definite integral integration from x0 to xn f of x dx. Okay, we want to find this integral using this set of data points. Okay, so for that we consider we find this integral by using, that is we want to obtain the general quadrature formula by using the forward difference interpolation formula. Okay, so to obtain general quadrature formula we use forward difference interpolation formula okay, for the given set of data points. Okay, so that let the interval x0 to xn, close interval x0 to xn, be divided into equal subintervals of width or of length h. We consider length will be h b minus a divided by n. Okay, or we consider the interval will be such as a comma close interval a comma b. that is x0 is equal to a, xn is equal to, we take b, h is equal to b minus a divided by n, subinterval of length b minus a divided by n, such that x0, or we write such that a is equal to x0 less than or equal to x1 less than or equal to x2 less than or equal to up to xn is equal to b. We consider the x0 and xn, that is starting and ending point of the interval, as say a and b. Okay, so the integral x0 xn is equal to b, that is we consider xn is equal to x0 plus nh in this form. x1 is equal to x0 plus h, x2 is equal to x0 plus 2h. Okay, that is we divide the points x0, x1, x2 which are equally spaced by the difference h. Okay, and we divide this interval of length considering h is equal to b minus a divided by n in this way. Okay, so the integral becomes a, so the integral becomes this integration from x0 to xn. Here we name this integral as I. Okay, so this I integral becomes x0 to xn f of x dx. We can write this xn as also x0 plus nh in this form. Okay, then to approximate f of x using forward difference interpolation formula. Okay, we study that forward difference interpolation formula in previous chapter. Okay, so we know that what is the forward difference interpolation formula. So we write here the forward difference interpolation formula. We consider I is equal to integration from x0 to x0 plus nh. Okay, f of x, instead of f of x we write the approximate value of f of x using the forward difference interpolation formula, and we know that that value will be, we consider y0 plus u into delta y0 plus u into u minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta square y0 plus up to so on. Okay, so in this way, then into this dx. Okay, then in next step we know that here u we consider as, that is we take x is equal to x0 plus uh, that is the value of u will be, we consider x minus x0 divided by h. We know that. Okay, so we substitute, taking the substitution here, x is equal to x0 plus uh. From that we have to get dx is equal to x0, that is the point, so which is the constant, that is the value. So this is a constant, so derivative of this will be 0. Then u is also the, h is the constant, so we have to get here h into d. Dx is equal to x0 is constant, derivative will be 0. H is again constant, we take h as x minus x0 divided by, here b minus a divided by n, so h will be constant, then derivative of u will be d in u. Okay, so dx is equal to, we get h into d. Then we change the limit of this integration. So for x is equal to x0, we have to get, by putting x is equal to x0, we have to get x0 is equal to x0 plus that means we have to get is equal to 0, that is we have to get u is equal to 0, that is when x tends to x0 we have to get u tends to 0. Then next, for x is equal to, that is x is equal to x0 plus x0 plus nh, we have to get the value of x is equal to x0 plus nh. We have to get, this becomes a x0 plus nh is equal to x0 plus u into h, that is x0 cancel and h cancel, we have to get here is equal to n, that is when x tends to x0 plus nh we have to get u tends to n. Okay, and x tends to x0, we have to get u tends to 0. Then we take the substitution here. Okay, to get the, we have to get I is equal to, at x tends to x0, we have to get u tends to 0. Okay, so we write here 0, and x tends to x0 plus nh, we have to get u tends to n. Okay, then we put the values. So y0 will be as it is, then u into h plus u into u minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta square y0 plus up to dash dash dash, and instead of dx we have to write h into du. Okay, then here h will be constant, so we take outside from integration. So in integration, remaining only integration from 0 to n, y0 plus u h plus u into u minus 1. Here will be y0 plus u into delta y0. Here also u into delta y0, u into u minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta square y0 plus up to so on into du. Okay, then we want to find this integral. Okay, is equal to h, then in bracket we separate the integral 0 to n y0 du plus second integral 0 to n u into delta y0 du plus integration from 0 to n u into u minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta square y0 into du plus up to dash dash dash. Okay, then we have to take the integral of each term. So h will be as it is, then integration of first term will be y0. Here y0 will be the constant. Okay, because which is the value of the function at point x0, and so we have to get the value of y0 will be the constant. Okay, so we take outside from integration, then integration of du will be u, limits from 0 to n plus, then again delta y0, that is the first forward difference for this value of the function, which is also the constant. This take outside, so delta y0 integration of u into du will be u square divided by 2, limits from 0 to n plus, again delta square y0 will be constant, so delta square y0 and divided by 2 factorial we take outside, then integration of this u into u will be becomes a u square. Okay, so we write in integration 0 to n u into u minus 1 d. Okay, and sorry, here will be plus up to dash dash dash, then curly bracket complete. Okay, so is equal to h, then y0 will be as it is by putting here limits n minus 0 plus delta y0. Okay, and here u square, by putting limits we have to get n square divided by 2 minus 0 divided by 2. Okay, plus delta square y0 divided by 2 factorial, then u into u minus 1, integration of this will be, this u into u becomes u square, the integration will be u cube divided by 3 minus this integration will be u square divided by 2, limits from 0 to n plus up to so on. Okay, so in this way, then we want to get h, and here n minus 0, that is we have to get n into y0 plus delta y0, that is n square divided by 2 into delta y0. Okay, then plus next term we want to get delta square y0. Here will be delta y0, sorry, n square divided by 2 delta y0, then delta square y0 divided by 2 factorial, and by putting here limits we want to get n cube divided by 3 minus n square divided by 2. Okay, then by putting here 0, this term becomes a 0, so this becomes a plus, that is plus 0 and plus up to dash dash dash. Okay, so then simplify that to get the value of the, that is the, we want to get the general quadrature. By simplifying this we have to get the general quadrature formula. Okay, so here in each term contains a n, we take n outside from each term, then we want to get the general quadrature formula as. Okay, so by simplifying this and by taking n outside from each term, we want to get this formula. I is equal to nh in bracket y0 plus n by 2 delta y0 plus n into 2n minus 3 by 12 give into delta square y0 plus up to so on. Okay, so this is called general quadrature formula. General quadrature formula. Okay, and here if we put n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3 and up to so on, then we want to get the formula for numerical integration. Okay, and by putting n is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to that, we get different integration formula. We get different integration formula. Okay, so here if we put n is equal to 1, that means we want to find the integral from x0 to xn. We want to find the integral from x0 to xn, this interval. And if we put n is equal to 1, so this interval can be divided in this way: x0, x1, then x1, x2, x2, x3 up to xn minus 1 to xn. Okay, so that is we consider the interval of the length n is equal to 1. That is we consider the single strip x0 to x1, x1 to x2 in this way. Okay, then we have to get the formula. That formula is called the trapezoidal rule for finding the numerical integration by using the set of data points. Okay, so first to obtain trapezoidal rule by putting n is equal to 1 in general quadrature formula. Okay, here we put in general quadrature formula n is equal to 1. Okay, so take it as a question number 1, that is this integral. Okay, so if we put n is equal to 1 in general quadrature formula, then the 0, that means the interval will be, we consider from x0 to x1, that is we want to get the only two values of the function, that is this only two pair of values x0 y0 and x1 y1. Okay, and for these two pair of values x0 y0, we want to use only these two pair of values x0 y0 and x1 y1. And for these two pair of values, if we find the divided differences, if we find the forward differences delta, then we want to get the only first order forward difference. Okay, that is value of delta y0, and all other higher order forward differences get vanishes. Okay, because we know that the n plus 1 set of points, we want to get the only n order forward differences of n plus 1 and higher order forward differences gets become to tending to 0. Okay, so by putting n is equal to 1 in general quadrature formula and neglecting higher order forward differences, and here we neglect either neglecting second and higher order differences, this quadrature formula becomes I is equal to integration from, here we consider x0 to xn. So for x0 to n is equal to 1, we want to get here x0 to x1 f of x dx is equal to, here we put n is equal to 1, we want to get h in bracket y0 will be as it is plus n will be 1, so 1 by 2 into delta y0. We consider all other higher order differences will be 0, because here we consider only this strip x0 to x1, that is we consider only two pair of value x0 y0 and x1 y1. So for two pair of values, we want to get only the first order forward differences, and we want to get the and all higher order differences becomes 0. So we can't write that. Okay, so we want to get here h by simplifying that y0 plus here 1 by 2 by using the formula of delta y0, that is the forward difference for the function. So we know that what is the value of delta y0 will be y1 minus y0. Okay, again by simplifying h here y0 plus 1 by here 1 by 2 y1 minus 1 by 2 y0. Okay, by separating these, then y is equal to integration from x0 to x1 f of x dx is equal to h in bracket y0 minus 1 by 2 y0 becomes a 1 by 2 y0, okay, plus 1 by 2 y1, okay, that is we want to get h divided by 2 in bracket y0 plus y1, okay. So we will have to get here the integral only for this single step x0 to x1 f of x dx, okay. Again if we consider again integral for second strip, that is x1 is equal to x0 plus h2, x2 is equal to x0 plus twice h. We consider this integral for this x2. Here we consider the integral, that is we find using Gilbert quadrature formula by putting n is equal to 1. We want to get the integral only for this strip x0 to x1, that is we want to get the integration only for the interval x0 to x1. Then we consider the next interval x1 to x2, then x2 to x3 and up to xn minus 1 to xn. We separately find the value of this integral, that is this definite integral on this single interval, and by adding that integral all, we want to get the whole integral x0 to xn. By using this we want to get the formula for finding the quadratic integration, and that formula is the trapezoidal rule, okay. So for this integral, for this strip x1 to x2, by comparing with this we want to get I is equal to integration from x1 to x2 f of x dx is equal to, we have to get by comparing with this here x0 to x1 f of x dx, we want to get this integral h divided by 2 y0 plus y1, that is h be the length of the interval h divided by 2. So by comparing with this we write this integral x1 to x2 f of x dx h by 2, and here we want to get the addition of y1 plus y2, okay. So in this way y1 plus y2. Again if we find I integration for the next strip x2 to x3, that is on this interval x2 to x3 f of x dx, then we have to get value of this integral h divided by 2 y2 plus y3, okay. So in this way continuing, if we find the value of this integral on the last interval, that is xn minus 1 to xn f of x dx, then we get the value will be h divided by 2, and here we have to get the addition of value of the function at point y, that is n minus 1, and at point n, that is yn minus 1 plus yn. But here we want to find the integration, that is integration of the function f of x on the interval x0 to xn, okay. So we take the addition of all these integral. Here we consider the length of the interval, that is taking addition of all integrals to get I is equal to integration from x0 to xn f of x dx, such as x0 to x1 f of x dx plus x1 to x2 f of x dx plus up to integration from xn minus 1 to xn f of x dx, okay. So in this way then we consider the addition of RHS, okay. So value of the first integral we get h divided by 2 y0 plus y1. Okay, then plus from this take it as equation number 2, then it has 3, it has 4 and this has 5. So from 2, 3, 4 and 5 we can rewrite here h by 2 y0 plus y1, then h divided by 2 y1 plus y2 plus h divided by 2, next value of the integral y2 plus y3 and plus up to so on h divided by 2 value of the last integral yn minus 1 plus yn. Okay, then by taking addition this here in all the term contains h by 2, so we take h by 2 outside, then in bracket we take the addition, so y0 plus y1 plus y1 plus y2 plus y2 plus y3 plus up to yn minus 1 plus yn. Okay, so if we observe here in bracket h divided by 2, if we observe here in bracket all the value of the function excepting the first value of the function at first point and last point will be 1 times, and all other values of the function at all the points, that is at point x1 x2 to xn minus 1 will be repeated value. So by taking their addition we have to get y0 plus here 2y1 plus 2y2 and plus up to here this term is also we have to get 2yn minus 1, and this yn will be 1 time, that is y0 yn will be 1 times and all values becomes get double. Okay, so we have to get this, we can write h by 2 y0 plus yn. Okay, plus 2, we take 2 outside, then in bracket y1 plus y2 plus up to yn minus 1. Okay, so this is the I, and this is called trapezoidal rule for numerical integration, Okay, so in this way we obtain the trapezoidal rule, that is first numerical integration formula by using the general quadrature formula. By putting in general quadrature formula, n is equal to 1, that is we consider here single strip, that is we find the integration of the function on a single strips, and then by adding all these integral to get the integration from x0 to xn f of x dx. Okay, or we can rewrite this trapezoidal rule in words, right? That is in words, I is equal to h divided by 2 in bracket addition of the first and last term, okay, plus 2 times addition of remaining terms. Okay, so in this way also we can remind the formula, that is here h, that means the interval of differentiation, that is h by 2. We equally space the value by the interval of length h. Okay, equally space, not value, that is we equally space the interval, that is bh is equal to, we consider b minus a divided by n. Okay, then y0 plus yn, that is value of the function at the end point of the interval, y0 plus yn, that is addition of the value of the function at the end point plus 2 into addition of value of the function at the all middle points. So it is called the trapezoidal rule for numerical integration. Again, if we put n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3, then we want to get the next numerical integration formula, which are called the Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule. We can study or discuss that formula in next lecture. Okay, so today we will stop here. Thank you.